Are you dealing with a narcissist? I've got 3 secrets for you to outsmart them, and I'm going to share them with you in this video, so stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I'm also a narcissist negotiation expert, and I want to share everything I know with you. And that's why I want to ask you to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because I want you to have all my secrets. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 of them with you so that you can outsmart that narcissist too. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you is that you want to make sure that you understand that you have to act completely unresponsive around them. Everything that they do is about baiting you. They want to lure you in to bait you. And why do they do that? Because they want to use your responses against you. They love to get that narcissistic supply, right? They want to feed that emptiness inside them so that they can try to feel better about themselves, right? Everything is about trying to feed that emptiness inside them, which of course can never be fed. It's like that dark, empty hole that can never be fed. They want you to feed it. You might want to feed it too, but it can never be fed. And so you're left feeling totally empty inside, totally and completely depleted, and yet they're still starving. And that's why they're called energy vampires, because no matter what you do or say, you're still feeling totally and completely empty. And so the way that you can start to preserve yourself, the way you can start to turn that around, is to act totally and completely unresponsive around them. And sometimes it's called the gray rock method, but there's other things that you can do to do that. And so one of the things that you can do to outsmart them completely is don't take any bait. But, part of that is also setting and reinforcing boundaries. So, I say step 1, don't run. Step 2, make a U-turn. And step 3, break free. So that's the way that you're going to start to break free from this whole thing, is not take any bait. Because if you do take bait, then you're never going to be able to break free from them. You're never going to be able to stop this madness, because as long as they're getting something from you, they're going to never, ever leave you alone. You've got to use that gray rock method. You've got to not take any bait from them, disengage them from conversation. And in setting and reinforcing those boundaries, you can say things to them like, you need to speak to me respectfully. The way that you're speaking to me isn't working for me. And you can just, those are ways to act unresponsive around them too. You can just say, I'm not engaging in this conversation with you. And the more you do that, it's like when you're pushing against somebody, if there's nothing to push against anymore, you're just like that, right? You're just like that. And so there's nothing more there. By the way, if you want some phrases, you want some ideas on how to respond peacefully to disarm that narcissist, I have a whole free download that you can get. It's free phrases to disarm the narcissist. And you can get that at disarmthenarc.com. So just go to disarmthenarc.com. I have a whole sheet there on phrases that you can use, that you can incorporate into your text messages, your emails, and everything that you need to disarm that narc, ways that you can communicate with that narcissist, all my secrets right there. So number 1, the first secret to outsmarting that narcissist is just to act unresponsive around them. So that's number 1. The second secret to outsmarting that narcissist is to understand that narcissistic supply is the key to the kingdom. It's the key to everything about narcissists. It's the only thing that drives them. It's the only thing that motivates them. It's the only thing that they want. Other people are motivated and incentivized by a lot of different things, by their children, by doing good in society, by money or whatever. Like, a lot of people are driven and motivated by many different things in life, or by a number of different things, by several things. Narcissistic supply is the only thing that feeds narcissists. They're like rats in a maze. It's one thing alone. But, there are different forms of narcissistic supply. It's adulation. It's anything that feeds that ego for them. And it's all external. It's all external. And so that is how you're going to create that leverage against them. If you are negotiating with a narcissist, which is what I teach people how to do, using my SLAY methodology, strategy, leverage, anticipate, and focusing on you, which is what you want to do. You want to slay. And if you really want to slay a narcissist, I want you to put slay in the comments right now. Then I want you to understand that narcissistic supply is the key to the kingdom. How are you going to do that? You're going to create leverage using that narcissistic supply. How do you do that? Well, you have to understand that there's different types of narcissistic supply. There's diamond level supply, and then there's coal level supply. You have to understand that you can potentially expose a narcissist using the different types of supply. And you create a situation where you want them to let go of the supply source that's more important for them to keep than the supply that they're getting from jerking you around. And that is the key to the kingdom. And so that's really the secret to outsmarting that narcissist. So if you really want to make a narcissist panic, that is the way to outsmart that narcissist. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3 is healing from that narcissist. Healing from the narcissist is the best way to get that upper hand. If you can heal from that narcissist, if you can move on from that narcissist, if you can really never look back, and I call it wiping them from the CPU of your life, where you really just no longer even remember that you ever had a relationship with them or care, where they just don't have any impact on your life anymore at all, where you see them, it doesn't bother you, it doesn't move the needle for you anymore, where you're just okay with whatever happens or happened, it's fine. I mean, I actually had somebody say to me they couldn't even remember the narcissist's name anymore. When you can get to that point, that's the real secret to outsmarting that narcissist. And that's the true healing. That's the true meaning of moving on. And so how do you do that? You start to have self-care. You start to join support groups. By the way, we do have a support group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. It's our own private Facebook group, which you are certainly welcome to join. I recommend that you get therapy. And if you don't have access to your own therapy and you want online therapy, BetterHelp Online Therapy is a sponsor of this channel, which you can access through betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung. We receive commissions on that. It doesn't cost you any extra. We just want you to have access to services that we can trust and that you can trust. Just remember that they only win if you give in, which you don't need to do because you have access to resources that you can trust. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that now. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. The next video that you should check out is how to make a narcissist panic, because you can make a narcissist panic. And so I'm going to check you out in that next video, how to make a narcissist panic. So I will see you over there.